Hello there everybody, I'm Mr. GamePie and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Riders. Today we're going to be starting up Mission Mode, and basically as a quick explanation of this mode, there are 5 missions in every track of the game. And Storm's missions consist of the, I guess you could call them the Heroes tracks, while Wave's missions consist of the Babylon versions of the tracks. And by doing these missions, you'll obtain some very special items, some very special gear, and eventually more vehicles will be available in the shop of the game, and more characters will be available to be played as if you complete them all. Now, the first mission of each of these sets is going to be a trick-based mission, where by doing better tricks, you'll get more points, and there's a score that you have to reach, and just do the tricks that they want you to do, and then bam, you'll get a gold medal. Speaking of medals, there's 3 kinds of medals. Bronze is for just, like, meeting the minimum requirements of the mission. Silver is for doing a little bit better, and then gold is essentially perfect. There are a lot of missions where you literally have to do perfect to get gold medal, but then there are a lot of other missions where you just have to do ridiculously well to get gold medal, because doing perfect would require just levels of skill and understanding of the course that most people would not be able to obtain, essentially. Now, the second mission in each area is going to be a junk collecting mission. Junk collecting missions will actually be very important, specifically the kind of junk that you collect will be very important, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. But just know that you want to basically collect as much junk as you can, and even if you do that, you will eventually need to do some junk grinding over time to get all of the special rides from this mode. Now, I'm not going to be gold ranking every mission, but there are 2 kinds of missions in particular that I will gold rank. This is one of them, because I want to show you where to get every piece of junk, and to get gold, you'll have to get every piece of junk. Now here I got a bronze rank. I then did another run where I got a silver rank. I'm not showing that run because it wasn't very interesting, but there it is. So now, here we have my run where I got the gold rank. In general, I'm going to be doing failed runs in a similar fashion to what I did with Crash Purple and Spyro Orange, where I'll show you the successful run, and then I'll show any screw-ups that I had over time. There are going to be a few exceptions to this, particularly in this video, in this build, as part of this video even. But that is going to generally be the style that I'm working with here. Now, whenever you complete a mission, you'll actually get to see what Storm had to say about whenever he tried to do what Jet asked him to do. So, whenever we get all the junk here, he'll have a mission report stating, I couldn't find any junk, there wasn't anything around there. But then, as you saw a few moments ago, the different rankings have different explanations, where the bronze rank is be like, hey, yeah, I got some stuff, that's pretty cool. And the silver rank will be like, there should probably be some more stuff here, but there isn't. And then gold is just, there's nothing here, what the heck, Jet? Alright, so mission number 3 in each area is basically just going to be get to the goal as fast as you can. And there will often be some extra stipulations to this, like in this particular mission, there are a bunch of cars scattered across the road. They'll have to avoid while still going as fast as we possibly can. So, you know, we just want to dash past everything and make sure they don't run into any cars. Though, as you'll see here in a moment, even if we do run into some cars, it's not the end of the world. They don't slow you down that much, and I can still actually get a gold rank on this run. There will be times where it'll be a mission that isn't a junk collecting mission or a treasure mission, which we'll get to here in a second. And I'll still retry it multiple times just to get a better rank, because I know that I can get a better rank than what I've been doing. But there are a lot of other times where I'll get a silver or a bronze rank, and it'll stay a silver or a bronze rank because I think that that's basically about as well as I can do at the time. Alright, so now we have mission 4 and 5. They've been unlocked at this point. You have to do the first 3 missions of a world to get the last 2 available. Now, mission 3 and 5 are both going to be missions related to your character's abilities, I guess you could say. As in power type abilities, speed type abilities, and flight type abilities. In this case, we have mission 4 where Knuckles has to punch down a bunch of objects. This mission in particular is a little bit odd because not only are there cars just situated on the road, but there are still cars that are driving around like this. And just hitting the cars that are situated on the road completely still will not get you the gold ring. It will give you, like, silver, I think. Yeah, it'll definitely give you silver, but not gold. So if you want the gold rank, you're going to have to actually try to punch some of the other cars that are situated around the area. Also, for some reason, the top path is blocked in this level. I'm not entirely sure why. Although I guess that is a good thing to mention, is that oftentimes you'll find that level routes have been modified for mission mode, depending on what mission is available. We'll see a lot of this in the next level. So anyway, now we go on to mission 5, which is a treasure mission. The 5th mission of every level in Storm's missions will be treasure missions. Also, right now I'm going to show off a little bit of a failed attempt. You see, as Knuckles, we have to chase down this car, and it has the treasure inside of it. And so, you know, I'm trying to do really good here. I'm trying to boost, I'm trying to go fast. But really, I messed this mission up from the beginning, and I end up getting a silver medal. So let's try that again, but get a gold this time. Oh, also, this is the fastest. We got the model of the fastest, and as you can see, there are 4 legendary gears. The fastest, the powerful gear, the turbo star, and the legend. It also has a chart showing you all of the junk that you've collected, because to get any of these rides, you need the model of the ride, the repair manual for the ride, and all of the junk required to repair the ride. So anyway, here we have the gold rank run of this particular mission. If you can get this car before the end of this dip here, you're pretty solidly going to get a gold. There's not really an issue. And you have until the last really big jump that leads to the control stick spinning area to get the car for at least a bronze ring. But yeah, while mission 4 will generally just be straightforward, use your ability a lot, mission 5 will often take your ability and use it in very unique manners. Or just to a very extreme degree. And thus, we have our gold rank. And then here's another failed attempt. So, you know, I get on the top path this time, which is good. But then I take this corner really badly and just end up completely messing up down here. And after going down here, I realize, nope, that's not going to work. And then we have another outtake, where this one ends real quickly, alright? So you see, we do the front flip, we do some side flips, and then I completely mess up. But there's our gold rank for that one. Onward to Splash Canyon! Alright, so one thing is that I don't think I've ever really explained how tricks work in this game. Alright, so I did mention that you have to hold down the A button to charge up a jump before a ramp, or just a jump in general. The longer you charge it up, the bigger your jump will be. Holding it down on the control stick whenever you go off a ramp will make you do a backflip, which generally makes you go on a higher route. Holding upwards on the control stick as you go up a ramp will make you do a front flip, which makes you go farther. Depending on the shortcut that you're trying to take, you might want to go further up or further forward. It depends on the ramp and the level. Now, You can also hold the control stick to either side to make your character spin in that direction. To get the best tricks, you generally want to do either a front flip or a back flip, and then 3 consecutive turns. That will get you the X rank, which I think it's the highest rank you can get for a trick. I think it might be possible to get a double X rank, but if it is, I don't really remember how to do it. Doing better tricks will result in you having a faster speed upon landing, and getting more air from the trick involved. Alright, so here's the thing is that not every kind of mission is reserved for a certain type of character. Also, this part right here, you have to start charging up your jump immediately as soon as you hit the ground to reach this higher area, which is where another piece of junk is. But yeah, as I was saying, you see, every trick level in Storm's missions will always be played by Amy, who plays exactly like Sonic. So, I mean, nothing particularly special there. Wave's missions will have a different character, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, other than that one jump where you have to charge as soon as you get off the grind rail, this mission is really simple. There's not really much to it. A lot of the junk missions are really as simple as get to the highest route possible and use all of your character's ability shortcuts. And you'll pretty much have all the junk that you can get in the level. There will be some that are a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the basic concept. So here we have another mission where we really just have to get past the track as fast as possible. Also, some tracks start off with the normal starting line routine. Others start off with you just run straight forward. Usually, if a stage has something related to do with timing, like getting through a stage as fast as possible or chasing a car or something like that, you'll have to start the mission as you would a normal race. But then other things where you're just collecting things or getting points off of tricks, that's just run to the goal as fast as possible. But yeah, the mission states that you should break everything in your path to complete this mission, but breaking objects actually has no direct impact on your mission rank. It's all about speed. Of course, power characters get air whenever they break objects, so in that sense, breaking objects will give you a lot more air, which will allow you to boost more frequently. I was boosting pretty much the entire time there, so I got a gold rank pretty easily. Alright, so we're about to get into some of the more interesting ability challenges. Flight and speed characters, in particular, have very interesting ability challenges, unlike power characters who are pretty much just run over there and beat everything up. But you see, the flight rings and the grind rails change whenever you're doing these kinds of missions. And it often results in you going to very peculiar locations that you normally can't get to. Like this area here. There are normally flight rings in this general area, but they make you go into the waterfall. Here in this mission, they actually make you go above the waterfall. And then you continue to chain them as you go through the rest of the mission. And then once you get past all that, it's a pretty basic thing. That's often the thing about these missions is that, you'll get past the mission part of the mission, where you're going through the flight rings, you're chasing the car, you're going on the grind rails, and then the rest of the mission is just, you going through the rest of the level. Also, notably, I've been cutting out all of the loading screens, and between selecting a mission and actually doing it, there will be a screen that tells you what the mission is and what you're supposed to be doing in case you didn't actually read it down there at the bottom of the screen. But I'm cutting that out because that's just the loading screen, I'm explaining everything anyway. Now this level is very difficult. I got a lot of outtakes on this one for you to watch after I'm done with the main thing here. And this is because there's some very precarious grind rails near the waterfall section. Also, there will be an item that I collect here on this run which looks a lot like the junk of the junk levels, but right here, this thing. But it's way more important. You see, the treasure that you get from the level 5 missions is actually a collectible within the missions. We didn't see that with Knuckles' mission because it was inside the car, and you have to hit the car to actually beat the mission at all. But here, if you miss that collectible whenever trying to grind rails as Sonic, you might beat the mission, but you won't get the treasure from it. There is a point later on in the game where if you've missed any treasures, you can just sort of complete some missions to get anything that you missed. But it helps a lot if you just get them on the first time going through everything. They're generally not that hard to do, and if you're getting the gold rank, you're almost always going to be getting them anyway. I think the only time they're really missable is in the flight levels. But yeah, with that, we got our new treasure. Let's take a look at it. It is the Turbo Stars Repair Manual, and we can see how much of each kind of junk that we need to repair it, which is a lot. Anyway, with that said, I'm Mr. GamePie, and I'll see you next time.